everybody. Welcome to our webinar today, Integrations that will improve your productivity. But before we get started, let's just introduce ourselves. My name is Bárbara Menezes, and I'm a Customer Success Manager at Miro.
And hey everybody, my name is Matt Mulholland, and I'm a Customer Education Manager here at Miro.
And today we're going to talk about some of the integrations that we have available. So we're going to share some examples of how our enterprise customers have been using Miro and our integrations to improve their workflow. And this is our agenda for today. So first, we're going to talk about our marketplace, where you can find all the integrations that we have available. Then we're going to talk a little bit about Slack and Microsoft Teams, so how you can set up some notifications. Finally, we're going to cover some integrations that we have available with some task trackers and also design tools. And then finally, Matt, he's going to talk about advanced integrations that we have available within our API. And before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that Miro, we see ourselves each time more as a collaboration platform. So we see a lot of people coming together into the board and collaborating together. It doesn't matter if they are sitting together in the same office or if they are just spread all over the world. So today we're going to try to give you some examples on how you can collaborate with your team by using integrations. And in case you missed our last webinar last month, Matt and we talked about some remote collaboration features that we have available. So if you didn't see, you can just go ahead and watch the recording session in our website. We also did a more basic demo about Miro, and we cover some of the popular use cases that we have and also some templates. So check it out. Okay, so let's start talking about the integrations. And the first thing that I want to talk to you today, I want to present our marketplace here. So you can just Google it, Miro Marketplace, or you can just access through your board. So when you click here on the three dots, this is our content creation toolbar on the left-hand side. And when you click on the three dots over here, you're going to see this link here, add more apps. And here you're going to find our marketplace. And if you notice here on the left-hand side, you're going to see that all the integrations that we have available, they are organized according to use cases or even types of tools. So let's say you're looking for an integration with some of the task trackers that we have available. When you click here, you're going to find some of them. Or if you're looking for integrations around design tools, you can just click here, and then you're going to find some of the integrations that we have available. And if there is some integrations that you want to use in your board, you just need to integrate by clicking here in this button, and then you can connect your personal account with your Miro account. So most of the integrations that we're going to cover today, you're going to be able to find in our marketplace. And the first one that I want to talk about is our integration with Google Drive. So basically with Google Drive, you can focus on your tasks and track all your documents, share some files with your team. And before I show you how you can use our integration, I want to explain how you can set it up. So this is on a user level. It's not on the enterprise account level. So I'm going to go ahead and explain how you can set this up. So once you go into our website, miro.com, and then you log in with your credentials, you're going to see your Miro dashboard like this one. This is my demo account. And when you access your settings over here, the first thing you need to do is click here on the integrations tab. And you're going to see a list of many integrations that we have available. And you need to make sure that you connect your personal account with your Miro account. So I want to focus here on the Google Drive and also the OneDrive integrations, because I'm going to talk about OneDrive a bit later. So if you see here, I have already connected my Miro account with my personal account. But if I haven't, I would be able to see this button over here, the blue one. So I would just need to connect. And then after you do that, you can go back to your board, and when you click here in the upload icon, you're going to be able to see those integrations available here. So I'm going to show you how you can import some documents from your Google Drive into your Miro board. So you just need to click here. And I have this document that I've been working on. I'm reading this book, Farm, Don't Hunt. This is a customer success book. And I want to share this file with my team. And what is really cool about Miro is that you actually don't need to leave the board to actually update the content over here. So you can just update directly from your board. And there are two ways of doing that. The first one, you can just double click here, or you can click here in this edit icon. So let's say I want to highlight some of the information here. I've been doing a summary about the book. So I'm just going to highlight this part. And then once I'm done, I just need to close here this window. And it's going to refresh automatically. So if I have shared this board, if I have shared this document with my team, and they are working offline in this document, so I have it open here, they're going to be able to see all the changes that I've made from my board. And it also works the other way around. So let's say people from my team, they're going to come here in this document, and maybe they're going to change some other things as well offline. So I'm going to highlight this paragraph over here. Once I'm back into my board, if I want to see the latest version of this document, I just need to refresh the content by clicking here. And once I do that, I'm going to be able to see all the changes that people made offline when they access the Google Docs. So this is really, really powerful. Now, the other integration that I want to talk about is OneDrive. So it works the same way as the Google Drive. So you need to set up on a personal level in your personal settings. And after you do that, after you connect your personal account with your Miro account, when you click here in the upload icon, you're going to be able to see the integration here. So when I go ahead and click in my OneDrive account, I'm going to be able to access my personal account, and then I can just select some files that I want to share with my team. So I have already selected this one. This is a PDF that I have. It talks about our mutual success program. And what is really nice about this integration is that I can just download this file directly from the board. Or if I want to access the source, I just go ahead and click here, source, and I can access the content. And let's say this is a document that my team and we are working together, and I can extract a few pages here. So let's say pages 1 to 2, and I can include the pages over here in our board, and we can start collaborating together. So let's say I'm going to review this document, and maybe I don't like this paragraph, so this needs to be removed. Or I can just leave a comment here and say, hey, Matt, can you please review this content? And I can just mention him, and then he's going to get a notification. So this is a really easy way to share content with your team. And I have 2 more examples over here. So it works the same way with Adobe Creative Cloud and also Dropbox and Box. So I have here a PDF in both my Dropbox and Box accounts, and I can just go over the pages to see the content. I don't need to leave my board. So this is really, really helpful. And now I want to talk about our Slack integration and also the Microsoft Teams integration. But before we talk about it, I just need to toggle off my Do Not Disturb here, because Matt is going to leave some comments and you will see the pop-up here. But before we do this demo, I'm going to explain how you can set up the Slack integration. So it works the same way on a personal level, not on an account level. So I'm going to come back here on my settings. And then the first thing that I need to do is clicking here in my integrations tab, and then I need to make sure that the Miro feed Slack app is connected. And then after I connect it, I can go ahead and click here in the notifications tab, and I can decide what kind of notifications I want to receive through this integration. So you can decide, okay, I want to be notified when someone mentions me in any comments, or when someone shares a board with my team, or when someone requests access to my board. So you can just customize it on your own. And Matt, you can go ahead and leave some comments here so we can see the pop-up. So here is his cursor, here is the pop-up, and also if I access my Slack channel, I have it open here, I can see all the history of all the mentions and comments that people left on my board. So it's really easy. Okay, now talking about Microsoft Teams, it works on a very similar way as Slack. So here I have my Microsoft Teams account open. And when I click on chat, I can see all the history here. But what is really, really interesting about this integration is that besides getting the notifications, I can actually embed some boards and share with my team. So when I click on Teams, I have some tabs available over here. So I have posts, I can share files, but I can also embed a few boards. So my colleague Iris, she's also from the customer success team. She has recently embedded this board. This is a Miro demo board with some design best practices and agile management best practices. So I can easily see the content through my Microsoft Teams account. I don't need to leave my account and then actually access the board. But if I want to, I can just click here, and then it's going to take me directly to this board. And I'm going to show you how you can embed a board here. So you just need to click on the plus sign. And I have already connected my Miro account with my Microsoft Teams account. So that's why I can see this icon here. And when I click here, as an end user, I'm currently part of 2 different teams. So I can decide from which team I want to take the board from. So I'm going to access this one, the UX and design team. And I want to embed this board here. And once I do that, I just hit save. And then my board is going to be embedded here. So people from my team, they're going to receive a notification, and they are able to see the content over here. Cool. Now, Matt is going to talk about some integrations that we have with some task trackers. You can just go ahead and share your screen, Matt.
All right. Thanks, Barbara. Just going to close my windows here. Okay. Great. Can you see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Cool. So we're going to be talking a little bit now about the Atlassian integrations and then the rest of the task trackers that we have. These are, especially the Jira integrations, what we have there is pretty robust. So we're going to take a good amount of time to figure out and see all the different things that are possible. And it's a really cool integration. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. So we have 2 integrations with Jira, and 1 with Trello, and 1 with Confluence. So let's check it out. As I'm walking through these, adding these 2 integrations together, it really allows you to account for many different types of use cases in your Agile workflows, if you're doing Scrum, Scrum ceremonies, or maybe Agile at scale, those kinds of things. Really, these 2 integrations allow you to expand the possibilities. So backlog grooming is a really cool use case. Pull in the issues that you want to talk about, use Miro as your virtual whiteboard, use the story mapping to have your brainstorms and stuff all in the same place. We'll talk about that a little bit more. For program increment planning, obviously you need to map dependencies on your program board, so pull in all the issues for every team that you need to map and do the program board. We have a template for PI planning that's really cool, and it follows SAFe's guidelines and everything, sprint planning, retrospectives. So as I'm walking through the integrations, keep the ceremonies that you do with your team in the back of your mind, and it'll help you see the value, and you can kind of connect the dots on your own. Okay, so we'll start off with our Juror Cards integration. This is probably the most robust integration that we have, and it's built off of the cards object. So here's a Juror card. You can see that it has the Jira symbol down here in the right corner, and it looks like one of our cards. It has some of the same features. So Jira cards and normal cards work inside our interactive templates, which you may have seen. We have one for Kanban, and we have one for user story mapping. And so if I pull this Jira card in, it can be put inside this user story map template. And similarly, just like normal cards, Jira cards have two levels of view. So if I zoom in, I can see the description. And if I zoom out, it just shows me the high level summary. Okay, so I'll move this guy back up here. You can also see that the color of the card is dependent on the issue type, which is just a nice little feature. So how do we pull these cards into the board? After we've integrated, there are a couple of ways to do that. The first is if I go to the issue and I grab the URL, I'm just going to copy that and I can paste it in. It's going to go ahead and automatically make that into one of the Jira cards. I'll just delete it since I have multiple. And the other way to do that is by using the Jira picker, which is over here. You can see I've customized my toolbar. Barbara mentioned the marketplace in the beginning. Well, you can actually take all the different tools in Miro and customize the toolbar on the left. So I've added the integrations that I'll be talking about just now on my left. So here's the Jira. Let's open it up and take a look. So a couple of features on this window, I can obviously select which issues I want to pull in. If I want to search, I can do that with some keywords. I can also search by JQuote. So if I want to do issue type equals story, it'll pull up by those parameters. So I can go ahead and select a few here. Let's go ahead and add them in. They get dropped in as Jira cards. We can go ahead and add them to our user story map here. Go. The other really neat thing is that we can now have the ability, a rather recent update, to actually change which fields are displayed on the Jira cards. And that's shown here in the configure cards fields button. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll show you the before. So here's the before, Google Contacts integration. We'll click Jira. We'll click configure cards field, and we'll turn on Epic Link. I click save, and there we go. Go ahead, it adds the Epic Link field if that issue has it, essentially. All right, so that's how you add in cards, a little bit about changing them around. Let's imagine a use case. So let's in fact say that you are doing a user story mapping activity. You've got everybody together, you're working on the map, and you've got your reference documents, you've got your brainstorms and diagrams all over, and you've already pulled in the issues that already exist in Jira, and you're using Miro's cards to fill in the gaps. So now, combining those two things on the user story map in Miro, you have a complete map, but you need to put them back into Jira. So we make it kind of easy for you. If I select this card, this is just a normal Miro card, it's not a Jira card. There's actually this convert to Jira issue icon here. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And so I can create and convert this card into a Jira issue. I can select the project. We want this to be a story. It'll automatically pull over the summary and the description. It'll assign it to me automatically, and there's some other fields here. And I'm not going to convert it because I don't want to mess up our demo account, but if you convert it, it'll turn into one of these issues over here. Okay, really cool, really powerful. And and the other case is probably as you're doing the user story map, you might discover that the cards that you already had in Jira need some updating. And you can do that from within Miro as well. Can't believe I almost forgot. So if I click on this Jira issue, I can go ahead and click Edit. And it'll pull up this modal window right here, and we can edit the issue right from within Miro. We can add some description. Change the priority, all the other stuff, and click Update. There we go. All right. So that's the Jira Cards integration, really, really robust. I hope you guys that are relevant for are able to really connect the dots and see how powerful it could be. On the other side, we have another Jira integration. Before I forget, for the Jira Cards integration, it is available for both server and cloud. So everything that I just showed you, available for both server and cloud Jira. What I'm about to show you is only available for cloud, okay? Is the ability to embed boards into the Jira issue. So I have the Jira open right here. If I go back to the board, I can click this export button and attach to Jira. You can do this for multiple issues at once. Click attach, and it shows that it's attached there. And if I go back and refresh, I don't think it automatically refreshes. And there you go. And you can view the board right from within the Jira issue. Okay, so we're running short on time from my section here. Might have rambled on a little bit, so I'm going to just blast through the last few things. For Confluence, it works the exact same way. So if I pull up Confluence demo, you can see the board embedded into the Confluence page. And navigate around. As long as you have access to this page, you can navigate around the board. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for it to load, that's okay. And for Trello, we have a power-up that enables you to put links to certain boards from within the cards on your Trello cards. Okay, it's just a power-up. And that's Confluence and Trello. Sorry if I'm rushing a little bit. The other task trackers that we have are Asana, Azure DevOps, and CA Rally. The integrations work very similarly to Jira Cards. They're just a little simpler. At this stage, what you can do is you can pull in existing issues into Miro and move them around, put them inside the user story maps and Kanbans, and that's the full of the functionality. Okay, go ahead and pass it back over to Barbara.
Awesome, thanks, Matt. Okay, now sharing my screen, I'm gonna talk about a little bit the integrations that we have available around some design tools. So the first one that I wanna discuss with you is InVision. So with this integration, you can basically add some thumbnails of the website content, such as prototypes, maps, audio, and also video files. So I have an example here. This is an InVision iframe that I embedded into my board. And what is really cool is that people, they don't need to leave the board to actually engage with the prototype. They can just see directly from the board. Pretty straightforward. And the way you can embed this iframe, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna open my InVision account here. And if I wanna embed this prototype over here, I click on the three dots, and then I'm gonna copy this code here. So I'm gonna copy the custom embed code. And once I go back to my board, I click on the three dots, and I can use the iframe code feature over here. So I'm just going to Control V the code, and then I can easily embed this prototype into my board. So this is really, really easy. And now talking about Sketch, this is a more robust integration that we have, and you can just send your artboards to Miro. So I'm going to show you some examples here. I'm going to open my Sketch account. So here it's a file that we have a lot of artworks that our design team, they were working on. So let's say I want to select some of the artworks that I have here, and I want to send this to my board. After selecting the arts that I want to send there, I need to click here, Plugins, and then Miro. And then I click on Sync Only Selected Artboards with Miro. And then once I do that, I'm going to see this drop down, and I can decide into which board I want to send the arts. So I'm going to send to this one, Integrations that Improve Productivity, and then I hit Sync. After I did this, this is a bit tricky. You need to zoom out a little bit, and then you're going to be able to find the arts over here. So you can just start working with your team, maybe leave some comments, maybe leave some mentions there if someone needs to take care of that. Cool. Now, the third one that I want to talk about is Figma. So it works in a very similar way as InVision. So I just embed an iframe here using the code. So I'm going to play to show you this example here. It takes some time to load, and then after it loads, you can easily see the prototype from the board. So I can just move around the pages here. So it's really visual. And we are working on a more robust integration with Figma, just like the one that we have with Sketch. So this is coming really soon. Now, finally, the last thing that I want to talk about here is about our sticky recognition tool. So we see a lot of designs teams doing brainstorming, and sometimes you have some physical sticky notes as well. And with Miro, you don't need to type them all over to convert into digital sticky notes. So you can just take a picture, you can put the stickies on a blank wall, and then you take a picture, and what it does, this feature, it's going to convert everything into digital sticky notes, like these ones that I have here. So I'm going to show you how you can do this. The first thing, you click here on the three dots, and then you can access our stickies capture feature. And then you can just select a picture that you have, like this one. And once you click open, it's going to recognize everything that is sticky here. And you need to make sure that this button here is toggle on. So it's going to convert the stickies into text. And then you just add into your board. And if you have our app in your mobile phone, it's way easier. You just need to take the picture with your phone, and then you can directly import the stickies into your board. And if you want, you can just include some emojis, or you can use our tags over here to assign priorities or to assign to a specific team, or you can even leave some comments here and then mention someone from your team. So this is a really, really nice feature that we have. Cool. Now Matt is going to talk about our API and some custom integrations that we have available.
Yeah, so Miro isn't just looking to be a tool, we're looking to be a platform, and the integration is one of the main ways, or the API is one of the main ways that we're looking to do that. So our API, it's relatively new, but already there's a lot of different functions that you can take advantage of. If you're so inclined and you want to start building your own integrations, you want to start building your own tools. Over here, this GIF that she's playing, a community member built a prototyping plugin in Miro, so you can click on the hotspots and you can see them playing the prototype right there. That's built in Miro using the API. Our MS Teams integration is built with the API. a couple of other ones, but you can see there on the left, automated provisioning, new tools, import data, export data, that kind of thing. It's available. So check it out if that's interesting to you. And for you enterprise administrators out there, if you can move, yeah. For those enterprise administrators out there, coming very soon and probably available in beta right now, we have integrations with Okta and Azure Active Directory. So if you want to enable automated provisioning and deprovisioning and other groups and assigning and things like that based off of your IDP, you can go ahead and do that. Just contact your CSM. It's for the enterprise plan. So if that's what you're interested in, you want to save some time, take advantage of that. Great. Thank you so much for joining, everybody.
Thank you. Have a nice day, everybody.